Alright. The music is nice. But while I was prepping this, I got creeped out for a moment. I very much did got creeped out for a moment. Gosh dang it. Oh, hello, Smugface. Like, man. You know, it looked cute. The game told me that this is a love story. Like, you sure this is a love story?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Mm-hmm.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh my gosh, I could move the pictures a bit, or the background. Have you ever considered what maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing her seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Dang, what a massive list of options. Wait, what if I move here? Hold on up. I think I need to move the chat. Hold on. Where is it? Here you go. There you go. There you go. Now you guys are over there, so the chat doesn't look so weird, I guess. Okay, I will silently continue to the cabin because I don't know.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Alright, cool.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Why not both? You could save. Well, actually, hold on. Unless she's crazy, then you can't exactly save crazy. Full screen where? Here, I'll just do it then. Here, hold up. Wow. There you go. There you go. Full screen.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade.
What? The blade is the blade to implement. You need it if you want to do this right. Do I take the blade? Well, I would like to say this fist, the fist of mine that I have is ready to eat for everyone. And hold up, what's that? What? Hold up. The text is cut off. Go back. Wait, what? How do I go back? Well, hold on. Are you guys by any chance, is it like blacking randomly to you guys or no? Okay, there you go. Yeah, just do this. There you go. There, now it's not blinking anymore. I think. Yeah, it's fine. Like this up here doesn't hurt. Doesn't like It's not that bad. Come on. I guess I'll enter the. Should I enter? Yeah, Do I need a knife? I don't think I need a knife. I got my fist, right?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yes.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I am. I'll continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Well, there has to be a reason why she's locked here, right?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk first.
Okay.
I don't know anything about you, but for all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. This is what I would want to say.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
I request your name, lady.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Nah, it's just title. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating? Okay. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. Wait, hold on. Go back to with that word. I'm gonna be direct. Like, maybe I should question, like, if she's been eating. I'm gonna just be direct. But I don't think you're actually, but I want to see for myself, and I'm still not sure to believe. I'm starting to think it's true. There's something about you that doesn't feel right. Okay, I feel like this is rushing this. I feel like if I wanted to see for myself, something's gonna happen to me. I don't think you're actually dangerous, but... Can I go back? Or whatever.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
You think? No, you have to be
I don't
assured.
remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
It looks like she kind of knows. I was hoping you'd tell me. They said that she'll lie, but... Remain silent.
They haven't shared a thing, have they? All they've done is point a finger. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Hold on. Does she know about the narrator?
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
If I'm the first person you see, Noah, or what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
I'd rather ask. I would like to know anyways.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
So, okay, because I feel like it's gonna be scary on releasing her or killing her, so there has to be another way. There has to be.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
I wanna know your name.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
You have amnesia?
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk. Isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. I won't kill you, but I can't set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just keep you company? Maybe everyone could be happy. How about I keep you company? How about that?
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
Okay.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
There goes the music, I guess. Free her, kill her, or avoid her. You know, she's chained up. Like, surely what's the worst that can happen? Yeah, you know, yeah, I'm gonna just lock her in the basement.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
I'm worried that she's just gonna go gorilla style and then come out of there, but already. Fine.
It's never too late to do the right thing. Now hurry.
I guess I'll get the blade.
You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen.
I don't want to continue no more. I don't want to continue no more.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Yeah, let's. Okay, I'm very sure she has no. She can't be reasoned with.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her.
Where is she?
Close the door behind you.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
She's like somewhere. She has to wait. She has to be somewhere. But if I investigate the arm, she's gonna be behind me. Watch.
Do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time. I'm very good at waiting.
You do your best to patiently wait her out. But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in.
Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
Alright.
You step into the shadows. Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor. The ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense, lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back.
This is the end, isn't it?
I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Hold on, wait. Wait, but I died. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here. You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
I'm just gonna proceed.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered.
She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell.
That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
Yeah, Voice of the Haunted is narrator number 2, obviously.
Maybe. The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
approach the mirror. The mirror's the new thing.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone.
Wait, hold up. I'm not human. Yeah, I still feel like I don't need the blade. Probably.
No steel claw. Do you think we can talk our way out of this? I don't think she wants to talk.
I guess we'll just have to trust that we made the right call. It'll still be here if we need it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
I think she's right there.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
She is certainly not just a princess.
You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
I'm just gonna move.
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her. Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement
Well,
stairs.
she's not a princess anymore.
So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
I was sent here to kill you because you're a threat to the world. I'm starting to believe that's true.
Oh, for the love of... You've given up the game. Great. All that will do is hasten her victory.
What do you mean?
So many useless thoughts run through your head. Thinking, thinking, thinking. You'll never hurt me if you keep thinking.
I don't plan to hurt you in the first place, alright? You're deflecting.
And you bear your weakness to the world.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else.
We're on the back foot.
The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive.
It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
I feel like Play-Dead is gonna be weird. Or a dumb idea. Stand still is probably giving up. Survive, I'm gonna get tired out. Survive.
Jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
Stop hiding and show yourself. I could run for the stairs, but I get the feeling that that's not the right answer. What do you want?
I want to swallow you whole, and I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
Don't ask her what she wants, just go back for the blade upstairs and slay her.
Is that all the advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful.
Well, she looks like a monster, obviously.
She's just a princess. Don't overthink it.
She is clearly not.
Run for the stairs
Yes,
then.
now's our chance. Quick.
Right, I agree. We can't do anything without a weapon. We can regroup once we're armed and try to figure out a better plan.
Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive. As you turn to sprint for the stairs, you feel the air shift. You instinctively glance behind you just in time to see the princess lunge from the shadows, more unhinged and dripping, eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured.
I guess that's it then, isn't it?
Unfortunately for you, no, this isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time. The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
Can I just claw my way out?
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you. There will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
No.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
I'm gonna follow the voice of the haunted.
Like the cornered animal you are, you tear against the thick membranes of her stomach with every part of you that can be made sharp. Nails, claws, teeth, hands, feet.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
Claw and bite.
Again you tear, heart pumping with adrenaline, your ulcerating hands a blur of feverish motion fueled by the desperation to fight against being reduced to lifeless molecules and meat. The pulling has turned to banging as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
You can't hold me forever.
Your energy is fading, but you can hear her heart thumping somewhere close. There's so little of you left. Your fingers reduced to bone, your nerves bare and screaming, the acid pooling around you now a soup of your skin and meat. You are a spark of will driving a melted corpse. But will can never truly exceed the limits of the flesh. Your vision finally begins to blur, your eyes clouding over as they melt in their sockets. What little air remains in this rancid stew of flesh and slippery organs is finally too foul to breathe, and your lungs mercifully give out before you have to suffer another burning, liquefying moment. Everything goes dark, and you die.
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
The princess?
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
And that's what I was trying to do.
He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
If I remember back then when I first came out watching the video and claiming it was every single possible ending, it has been a while, so you don't remember the most.
That's just
Well-
because she devoured us and we dissolved away. We don't even exist as a body anymore. We're still here, though. And if we're safe, isn't that better?
She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together.
No,
What a mess.
I'm not convinced.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
No.
I guess that's it then.
Voice with the
This is
broken.
us now. We're the woods. Okay.
Why are you being so nice to me? Aren't you a monster, didn't you? I can feel the pressure of the outside pushing on us. What are we supposed to do about it? Whatever we are right now is an abomination. I want out. I don't think this. I don't like this. I'm supposed to be me, and you're supposed to be something that isn't me. Okay, you narrator. How do I stop here? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with a defiant choice.
How could you say that? Look at us. We're almost everything. And we can be even more than this. Don't you feel our potential?
No.
No, you're spot on. You exist, and not as some part of a gestalt entity mushed together with bits of you and the princess. You're an individual. You exist as your own self, complete with your own physical body separate from hers.
I'm not so sure about that. We were something like that once, but now?
And if thinking about that isn't enough to startle you back to reality, consider this. The princess ate you last time. Stop passively vibing with a literal predator and remember that you're enemies. Remember what she's done to you and how much it hurt.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
You call this beautiful?
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I can feel a thumping, a heartbeat, like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Gaze at the terror in your heart.
Please, don't make us remember how I was.
And just like that, you start to fall apart.
I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten. I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care.
But I don't want to forget.
She didn't care at all.
As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too.
you remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
I don't like this. It's better for us to be the woods. I don't want to go back.
No, I devoured you. I won. I put things back the way they were supposed to be.
Some division, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
Oh,
A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole. And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be. At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
I feel empty. Don't you?
We're just like her. And she's just like us. We never should have left her.
I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her. We could both live.
Do we have to do this?
You have to. You know you have to.
I never wanted to kill you, not really, but we can't be the same thing as each other. I had to put it into whatever happened to us. If I cut her free, like, where's her arms? But what I'm assuming, like, she's inside of me.
You devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming. And that other thing is... We'll just have to wait and find out when it happens. Ignore him. His words only confuse us. Just do it.
You're tired, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever. You cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
I think we are happy, actually. We might not be a part of her, but being around her is almost the same.
I didn't think you would do that after everything. It's so cold without you.
What? She's gone? But you don't get a chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator's gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
Oh, hello, Karen, and Nyreth.
It hasn't ended. We're still here. Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final. That thing reeks of death. I don't want to look at us.
I'm a monster? Since as you reach forward, they've gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. What, I'm the monster? You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quite empty here. You are at the cabin. That's the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what's trapped me here? Are you the princess? Attack the entity, destroy your body. You know, I still want to ask. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I'm a person.
A person, a set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
This is the end of the world. Let her out of here. Do you know the narrative? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
So she is. But you were always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself? Yeah, I'm gonna say nothing. Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
I believe, like, if I want to get perceived, it's either I attack the entity or destroy my body. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Do you know the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Eh? What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
So, she looks like this just because how I perceived her, then. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you... Wait. Are you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Wait, hold up. So I'm supposed to restart and forget? Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Ah!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
This looks kinda new. Killing the person seems kinda bad, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Well... No, I'm just gonna continue.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
I see.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Ignore him.
Okay, so... She
The
becomes
interior
what
of the cabin is
she
almost entirely
forms.
bare.
What she
The air is stale and musty,
She-
and the floor
the
and walls
perception-
are
my-
painted in a fine
how she
layer
looks
of
like is how I
dust.
perceive her.
The
So
only furniture of note, the blade.
I'm just gonna enter.
Her
I'll be
voice
fine.
Hello?
Is hypnotizing.
Don't let it fool.
Hello.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the...
She's beautiful.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a...
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on. Let's talk first.
Okay.
I want. Like Shirley. I was sitting here to see her, but you apparently. Are you going to keep? I'm sorry, but okay, no. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Wait. Wait, hold up. Yeah, surely, I believe I have to get to know her again, right?
Oh,
She pauses.
you can address me as your Royal Highness.
He's
gonna save. Fine, I'm gonna save. Flat. There you go. If I'm gonna ask
I
this
don't see what
weird
that has to
question
do with
again.
anything.
This is the okay.
So, I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't any key, do you have any other? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Eh?
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight
Yeah.
panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
What?
She barely
What?
hesitates, raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Let's see if I save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm.
I don't
just
wanna
above
look.
the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you.
Oh,
Now let's get out
my
of
hand
here.
changed. My hand changed. I have a hand and dagger on me. Well, my mouse.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the
Excuse
blade.
me?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
No. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Oh my, I don't like to see those bones. I don't like
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh
Um.
and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Well, yeah.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
I don't think that's cute, but okay.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel. Oh! She's not the beast no more!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Ah.
Excuse me? Forget he said anything.
But he is a villain.
He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Last time? What are you talking about?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries.
This looks a lot
A
better.
prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about?
reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago,
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Well, I don't need the knife.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Well, she looks cuter with that dress.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
You know, I'm really hoping that there's a happy ending to this. I
We
really do.
Damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? Oh. Do I? I have to ask. Yeah, no, let me just save. Let me just horribly save. Did you end the world after you... I'm sorry about what happened last time. I could be honest. I could be honest. I didn't bring a knife this time. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
No! I don't want to cut your arm.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Sorry, I care.
No, you're right. It's extremely
But-
bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I'm sorry about what happened last time.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
What happened after I died? I would like to ask.
You died, and now we're talking.
So she doesn't know. She doesn't know why. Got it. Rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Oh, I can see the feathers now.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Why you don't like that? What?
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out on what we want to do next. What? Okay, what do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. Yep. There must be something that you want. Okay. If you want to leave, then let's leave. Let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Yes, narrator, you're not part of this.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Twice at least.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Yes. And
Okay. Okay.
the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Okay. I prefer this. I prefer
told
this
you
path
our
a
love
lot.
was insurmountable.
I don't care how cheesy it is. I love it.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you. You know, if her walking out that door is really gonna end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works.
Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
This seems like a bigger decision in a way. All we need to be happy is each other, and if we just stayed here and built a life together. Some we did. I already made up my mind. We're leaving. Just ignore them.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Your love will set you free.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our
What's happening?
beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you've always get scared.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
Approach the mirror. It's not the end for you, but not for me. It's the end for you. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what is in it. You've grown? The bloat? Wait, what? I'm confused. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Oh.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? Wait, what? When I go back as if it was invisible wall closes around me, why can I not be able to do the same things I've done before? You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met, thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
What if I give her the knife? Are you the same being as you were before? How much you've changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer? I think I'm understanding what she's telling me. It's basically find more sides to her. But fine. So you don't have any preference on how... So you don't have any preference on how you like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
You know, at the end of this, once you've finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Alright, I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Bring the damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
What if I turn around and leave?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Eh.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
You're not emotionally blackmailing me into this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah, well I guess I'll start walking in different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go to the cabin, don't I? Fine. No.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
The stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Whoa. Oh, you bastard! You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. Those walls weren't here last time. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to take out. Okay, those walls aren't
What
there
are
last
you
time.
talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
The voice of the contrarian.
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Yep, okay, I'm heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay the princess. If I can't run away from the cabin, then I'm just staying here in the woods forever.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Eh. Eh. Yep, okay, I'm heading to the cabin now. Where am I definitely going to slay that prince?
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Alright, let's go.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Everything looks very distorted. Yeah, it's very distorted.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. And when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
And you mean I go crazy?
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Okay, I'm fine.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
I feel like the narrator and the Contrain are the same person, in a way. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
There's definitely a mirror.
There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Why would I lie about that? What's the point? I also want to look at it myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
So we're all in agreement then. We're looking.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
This really isn't funny.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
enter the basement. Or I should be fine.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Well, just go down.
The air
right?
here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this.
It sounds like
Let's
there's
just turn
multiple
around
of
and
her.
leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Perhaps. Harsh, center, or soft. You know, I'll take the soft.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
I feel. Wait, hold on. The 3 paths didn't matter.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
Oh.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
This was red for a moment. Down here was where, like, I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? What's your name?
You can call me Princess if you'd like.
Princess.
Hey!
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. Where there was once just one of
Okay.
her, there is now. We can do that?
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again.
I'm fine.
Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality.
Okay.
But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Yeah, let's see if I could be a bit genuine. I don't know what you are, but wait, hold up. Wait, why is this both? I'm trying to get you out here. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Wait, why are these two? It's 3? Wait, no, it's 2. It's 2. Oh. You're apparently okay. Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled.
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
For all I know, you're locked up down here. Do you need? Yeah, I'm just gonna keep
I don't know
asking.
why I'm here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Boy, we both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
I guess we could just keep asking.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
If I let you out of here, what are you gonna do?
Are you looking for the truth? Or are you looking for the right answer?
What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person? I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that. Besides, you already know what I'm going to do.
If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer.
Okay, there's the monster, the princess. I guess she's just. Yeah, never mind.
At
I
least
don't know.
aside from this blood and destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this.
Only princess.
So how do we decide what to do?
Only
Can there
princess.
even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Oh.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. The blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I'll do my best. When everything is possible, nothing is.
She's gone. Where did she go? And there's that mirror again. This... Yeah, don't look at it.
You've withered.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't it make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No. No, not really. All seems to distance as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller
Have a good night,
each of these
Smugface.
steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Okay. I'm still planning to kill you once we're done with this. Do you know what happens to the words we leave? Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
What? Yeah, never mind.
be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin, you're here to...
Wait, is there an ending to this? Like, surely there's an ending, right? The end of the world, what are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a prince be locked away in a basement to end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason why she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Killing the person seems kind of bad though, doesn't
Does
it?
it? Are you a monarchist?
You know, I guess, look, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, then it's maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. Then each and every... So sure, go, talk to her. See how that... You make your way up. We're not gonna ignore...
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin, the blade.
I will take the blade this time, I think.
You take the blade from the table. The door to the basement creaks her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
Don't let it fool you.
I'm just checking on you. Hi, I'm here. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs.
She
and
sounds
lock
more
eyes with the
mature.
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No,
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I'm here because you're supposed to. Oh, where is it? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Actually, hold up. Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now, why are you here to kill me?
Do you know why I'm here to kill? No. I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
How would I get you out of here? Oh yeah, there's people out here who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? Well, now, what's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
I guess she will never have a name, I guess. How long you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
I hope it's not her cutting off
She
her
is.
arms.
I'm sure of it.
I'm here.
Oh, have
Okay.
you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay, if there isn't any key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
No! Don't lose an arm!
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd sit. Easier for who? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
It's worse.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive...
I don't want to
jeweled
see
chain.
this. I don't like
You
blood.
cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. But she
Okay.
didn't so much as utter a sound.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her as the princess approaches the bottom. Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade
It's
into her
different.
back, but the princess swiftly, stop it! Stop resisting me, I am the blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Yeah, she was a lot more cooler. The prisoner. She's not the damsel, she's
You're
the
on a
prisoner now.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. A warning. She will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she... Did you just say wink out? No, I didn't.
Voice of the skeptic.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Crush the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about?
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you... But there was a mirror, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled.
Alright. Do I still have to take the blade? Like, I think I don't have to. Enter the
I'm
basement.
afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
What?
Are you sure? What if she... I don't know... turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner.
Well, are they arguing against my decision?
Yes, I'm sure.
no?
Turns it against you. She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay. I'm trusting you.
Hey, don't I get to say here? What's the big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go. Wonderful.
No!
Do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
I'm the prisoner?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Are we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves, the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not sure if I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. No, I'm gonna sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit closer.
Do you think this is a game? Do you think these chains take away my say in things?
As you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists. In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly. The metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Drop the knife or you die.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her. I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if the roles were reversed?
I don't know. How about we think about the nuances of interpersonal relationships when we're not being strangled? How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Drop it.
As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick. Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
You can stay right where you are for this next part.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
No.
Look away.
You close your eyes. That doesn't stop you from hearing every grisly detail. The splitting of skin, the wet mulching of severed veins, the grinding of metal against bone.
I'll be damned.
She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do
Huh. So that's her plan.
killing herself?
We don't know that she's dead yet. We're not even watching it happen. She could just be faking those sounds.
And then, finally, you hear a snap and an uneasy silence. There is a slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that.
This is worse than watching. Yet our eyes are still closed.
Finally, there's the soft thud of something roughly head-sized bouncing against the floor, and the clattering of chains as they drop along with it. I think you can open your eyes now.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
The princess's eyes stare up at you, dead.
Congratulations! You saved the world.
I don't want to save the world like this.
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
What? What? Look up where?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
There's no reward. Why is this an option? Why?
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
It did moved.
She didn't. She's...
It did moved.
But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
And it takes her.
She's gone. And there's that mirror again.
Here we go again.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back.
Unraveled? It's just her head, isn't it? Okay,
There's a
no, never
world
mind.
beyond
Worse.
the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Do you have thoughts on this vessel? Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Do you know what's gonna happen when you awake?
If I did, I would already be awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels have one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill.
If he drives you towards my destruction, then he is steeped in delusion, for he does not know me. Just as I hold compassion for you, and you hold compassion for me, you can hold compassion for those who have wronged you.
How many
One.
more?
Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. Or, you know, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
Okay, let me think. So, I went into the cabin, with no weapons. Wait, hold up. So one, I tried to keep her there. Then two, I freed her. 3, I basically tried to say no. Then 4, I brought the knife in, but then I tried to free her. So so this time do I have to kill her?
you make your way up.
We're not going to go through with this.
Ignore him. The interior of the blade.
So I guess I'd take the blade this time. Again.
You take the blade from the table. Her voice.
Who's there?
She said,
Don't let it.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs.
she's so...
Focus on the task.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just... Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood...
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you...
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
I'm sorry, I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Squint at the princess while holding into the blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back.
The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you?
Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
I don't want to kill her, like, gosh damn it. Make her confused. Alright, let me just save this, because why not?
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
Against your better judgment, we'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you...
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you? No.
You're lying.
How does she know that?
Don't think that just because I'm the one in chains, it means you have a right to interrogate me.
Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Eh?
Two.
Note the lack. She hesitates before.
You can address me as your...
Again, she off. Don't just.
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some... If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure there's a reason for keeping it from... No, and if I'm to be honest, I'm more inclined to trust you more than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
I have a few more questions before I decide what I can do. Well, like, I want to free her, but then it has to be different, right?
You walk up to the chains by they're large and heavy. Far
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
maybe it's somewhere up's doubtful.
I'm going to check up so maybe you're still lying out. And if not, maybe I can at least find something freaking free. Game music gives you many save options for yes. Hold on.
I'll be here.
You were some. You're
Try the
try
door.
to repeat. You make your way back. Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam, the knife.
Well, I believe this is technically the same way. I could lie to her.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike, and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's bare. It's an act. She's unarmed, and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you. The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon. Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet. Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. We can still turn this around. You steel your resolve and take another step towards the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What was that about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
No, I don't.
But you don't have the time to worry over her words. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The adversary.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What if I turn around and leave? And whatever.
A warning. She will lie.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
If you didn't say anything about the mirror in the wall. Check the mirror again.
You walk up to the wall. What are you talking about? You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Enter the
No
basement.
blade this time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win.
As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind.
Made of stone.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time.
Eh.
Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
I guess we are here to
As you
fight.
descend the final step, the form
She
of the
looks a bit
princess
more
comes
demonic.
into view. A large shackle
A bit
leading
more.
from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. But no little knife this time, huh? No. I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
You look different.
Aside from your empty hands, you look exactly the same.
Alright, fine. If you're not going to address it, I will. What? You've already met the princess has already met you. The two of you killed each other. Did you think you'd be able to just openly talk about all that without me noticing?
You're noticing it now, narrator.
Maybe. You did seem to just gloss over the whole thing for a while. Of course I glossed over it. When a colleague says something insane, glossing over it is one of the best ways to stay focused and keep moving forward. Enough is enough. I believe you. And that's all the more reason to take this seriously.
So the narrator knows the entire time.
You don't know. Whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
Wait, what?
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay! As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Just because it bothers you, I'm going to take this even less seriously. You don't know the depths of my empathy. No, I do not know what you're talking about. Do you see how alive I am right now? Would someone let me be alive though RB have died? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
You're joking, right? I'm just going to pretend that you're joking.
Yeah, you better be joking. We can't win unless you take this seriously.
So, do you remember me?
No, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again? Or are you scared I'm going to put you down for good this time?
Are you just going to let her talk to us like that? We're not scared.
I think my position on violence in this situation is already more than clear, but you really shouldn't let yourself be goaded so easily. There's more at risk in this encounter than your fragile ego.
I agree. If we're gonna fight her, we need a weapon.
I'm actually here to free you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think two of us has a few things to unpack first. Like how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Don't worry, I'm always up for a good fight. In fact, the only reason I came down here without a weapon is because having a knife felt unfair.
Then why are you just standing there? Fight me.
Not yet. Not yet. There has to be more to this. There has to be. Actually, I'm just here to chat.
Haven't we talked enough? Do you really have anything else to say? Or are you just stalling because you're scared I'm going to kill you again?
I'm actually here to free you.
Free her? You aren't. I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free?
Wait, you don't want to be free? Are you serious? If you don't want to be free, then do whatever you want. Me, anyone, why wouldn't you want to be free? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm fine right where I am.
Okay, hold on. Did you hear that? Maybe we don't have to do anything. If she's fine where she is, maybe...
As long as you go back upstairs, pick up that knife, and fight me to the death.
Never mind. There is no happy ending where everyone makes it out of this place alive. You either deal with her here, right now, or she'll eventually find her way out. Whether she even wants to leave is hardly relevant. This cabin won't last forever.
Hear that? Between him and her, that should be all the motivation you need. Now pick up the blade and fight her.
No. pick up the blade and slay her.
You're being a bit semantic, aren't you?
I am, but it's an important distinction. If you're going to see this through, you need to hold the right intent. This isn't a sparring match. It is a lethal confrontation that will decide the future of everything.
You know, maybe I don't need the blade.
Fine. As long as it leads to a fight, do whatever he just said.
Attack her unarmed. Attack her unarmed.
I guess we'll have to see how this goes. Your hand's empty. You charge the princess.
Quit the pessimism, will you?
Right? It's almost like you don't want us to beat her. No, look, I'm rooting for you. I really am. I'm just doing my best to keep my expectations grounded. You don't have a weapon. You're supposed to have a weapon.
We'll be fine. Just watch.
You attack, fists raised, and the two of you fall into combat. Your clawed fingers tear into her flesh, and her fists and elbows return the blows in kind, bruises blossoming in her wake, and blood vessels rupturing in vivid sprays of gore.
Not bad. You're tougher than I thought you'd be.
Hear that? She respects us. We can pull this off.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
But without that knife, you'll never be enough.
Her knee connects with your sternum with a loud, violent crack. The wind leaves your lungs, and as you struggle for breath, you can feel something flooding in to fill the space. Hot blood, suffocating you from the inside.
You have to want to kill me. Like this.
You don't so much as see her movement before she deals the killing blow. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Are you serious? Well, that's it.
That's it.
Like hell it is. We're not giving up that easy. Now get
Come on, get up.
Didn't you hear me? You're dead. There's no getting up from that.
Get up.
Wait, no, that's not right.
You're not dead anymore.
Yes. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. You're alive. The princess takes a step back and looks down at her pulp-covered fists.
I could have sworn I killed you. That's your face splattered on the walls and dripping from my hands.
Wait, no, my face? You're joking, right? You're exaggerating. I still have my face, right? Touch your face. Wait, hold up, my head is going, right? No, you definitely killed me. I just got better.
Maybe this will be a good fight after all.
The two of you clash once more. It's not as one-sided as I feared, but it's still a far cry from what I'd hoped. Her injuries, though numerous, pale in comparison to yours, and the wounds you've inflicted upon her barely seem to have slowed her down. As much as you're trying to ignore it, adrenaline pushing you far past your limits, every movement burns.
This is getting boring. Are you even trying to keep up with me?
She lands another devastating, no, lethal blow. Everything goes dark again. And
You know what I'm going to say.
That we're not dead?
Yeah, that we're not dead. Come on, get up. If we can just keep going, we're bound to wear her down eventually.
Are you sure she can't do what we're doing right now?
There's only one way to find out.
Definitely. Get up.
once more, you push yourself back to your mangled feet.
How are you still moving? How are you still doing anything? Bodies aren't supposed to look like that.
An uncharacteristic terror seems to grip her voice.
Um,
Have we ever seen her afraid before? No, we haven't.
This is how we win. We can do this forever.
I'm going to put you out of your misery. I don't like looking at you like this. You're all twitching and wrong.
I'd like to see her try. We're invincible.
you know, at least I'm not looking at myself.
Her fist flies towards where your face used to be, your twisted body incapable of moving out of the way. And then you see nothing.
Everything goes dark and we die?
Yes, something like that. Well, Don't you have something to say?
Yeah, I quit.
Wait.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
Alright, change of plans. We're taking the blade this time.
Now, why would we ever do that?
Because she
I'm
absolutely
assuming I was
destroyed
supposed to
us?
take the blade.
She sure did. But what a great way to go.
Does it matter? We lost.
Oh, why so glum, Rage Boy? I thought you were brave. I thought you were proud. Was all that bravado just hot air?
Look, it was just... The fight was better the first time, and the first time we had a weapon.
Well, this is just great.
Let me cut to the chase. Clearly you've already been here.
Yeah, you think? What does here even mean, though? You've told us about the path of the princess and all of that already, but this is a very different path than the last one.
That's a good point. Everything here is a little... off. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Silently proceed to the cabin.
Good, we're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
That's it? No final words of advice?
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
Don't be so hard on yourself. We all wind up in creative ruts now and then. I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you could think of something worth telling us.
You know, I don't like the landscape. This is all flesh. It looks like it's all flesh.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction.
There's a mirror.
Carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible.
I think it's kind of nice. Makes the room feel alive, doesn't it?
The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We'll need it if we want to do things right.
I say we leave it to rust. Let's not make the same mistake twice. We could have won if we had it last time. Take it.
You know, I'm stubborn as myself as well. Okay, it's that mirror again, and it's blocking, and this time it's blocking the door. Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. Almost as if you don't see it. But you must, because it's right there in front of you.
All we see is a damn mirror.
It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Does it matter if it's actually real or not?
Talking about it gets under his skin. That's all that matters. We should talk about it even more.
Let's just smash it and get it over with. I'm ready to get violent.
We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of
So
time.
the narrator is aware about them talking about the mirror, but then he doesn't. The narrator himself does not see the mirror.
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised?
You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
So you've returned. Do you intend to weakly claw your fingers across my skin? Or have you finally decided to try and kill me properly? I think you'll find it won't be so simple. I've changed. The way your flesh felt grinding beneath my fist, it woke something in me. A fight is a song, but there was no music in our conflict. There was no beauty in what we did to each other, and now there's no beauty in me. Come down and see what you've done.
Do you hear that? Well, sounds like we got to her last time. Let's keep pushing, see what else we can make happen.
Okay.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Well, she's a demon queen, demon princess now, right?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
She wants us to be afraid because she wants us to think she can make us suffer. Don't give her the satisfaction.
That's right, no fear. She's bigger than the last time, but she's pulling herself apart. She's practically done most of the work for us. We don't even have a weapon. It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
What happened to you? What happened to you?
Time happened. You happened. But none of that matters. We're together again, and I'll have the resolution you denied me.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Eh?
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that. She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality. Who needs stuff anyway? Look at us! We might be all over the place, but we're fine.
That's the first thing you've said that's made any sense. We may be down again, but we're not out for the count yet.
Still, you fall to pieces. What is the point of all this power if there's no challenge to using it? This is a numb existence.
Europe, if you want to chow. What happened to you? You're much less cool. You're so much cooler than you were before.
But the words don't leave your metaphorical mouth. Instead, all that leaves you is a wet and horrible gurgling as tissue vibrates out of place. Our metaphorical mouth.
Oh, I didn't leave you a mouth, did I? It's better that way. Words get us nowhere.
She's right. We don't need words. We just have to push forward.
Hey, I like words. They're easy and we can have all sorts of fun with them. I prefer having a mouth. Well, unfortunately for you, you don't have one. Not anymore.
Ignore and push forward.
Though the ribbons of your unraveled body struggle to coordinate, you manage to put one foot forward.
Oh, so there is some challenge left in you. Let's see how long it takes to crush it.
The princess clenches her fist, and as her knuckles tighten, even more of you becomes undone. Your skin is flayed, your fatty tissue torn from your muscles.
What are you? You're clearly not your skin.
Why would we ever be just our skin? We lost so much of it last time. We're obviously more than that. Who cares? I don't like not having skin. It
You know,
hurts.
I feel a little gross right now because we're nothing but that's nothing but muscle and bones at this point, I would say.
The pain doesn't matter. Just keep walking. She can't stop us if we don't let her.
Guys, I'm not sure we got this. Take another step.
Still you push on, placing one disaster of a foot in front of the other.
Perhaps muscle is where you dwell.
She smiles, and again her will tears at you. Muscle untethers from bone. But we need that. We can't do anything if we don't have muscle. Okay, Mr. Anatomy, I hear you. But have you considered how neat it would be if we still kept walking towards her without it?
Yes, do it. Show her how tough we really are.
Mr. Autonomy has a point. How can we move without a muscle?
You shamble on, a mass of organs suspended in bone, all held together by the thinnest strands of connective tissue.
I really thought that losing your muscle would be the end of you. This is exciting. We're in uncharted depths. I can't wait to see how much more of you I can take before you finally stop moving.
The less that remains of your body, the more fiercely your spirit struggles against that of the princess. But her power is immense. As your organs slip from between your ribs, she takes another step back. Only now, there is nowhere left for her to go. She is within your reach, if only you have the determination to reach her.
Of course we have determination. We made it this far, didn't we?
What does this make us? How can we lose so many vital parts of who we are and still be here? The exact same way we lost every piece of ourselves twice before. Have you forgotten that we've literally died? Twice.
A lot.
Come on. One more step. Do it. Hit me. Show me what you're made of.
That's quite the obsession you got there. Reach for your heart.
Your skeletal hand shoots towards her heart, but the closer it gets, the more brittle it becomes. Flakes of bone are peeled away, exposing the marrow, and the marrow melts, exposing nerves, and the nerves are stripped raw.
Until what? I think he gave up on us.
Figures. He always seemed weak to me.
In the end, you're nothing. Just like what's left of me.
But we're still here, aren't we?
Which means we aren't finished.
What are we supposed to do? Hit her with nothing?
Yes.
Yes.
Same brain, same wavelength, yes. Something or nothing bursts forward from the place that is you. Threads in the shape of the pristine blade. They pierced your heart.
Huh. I felt that.
We actually did it.
We actually won.
I always knew we had it in us. But what are we going to do with ourselves now?
It's cold.
And she's gone. Triumph over a scorned adversary.
She's gone. Where did she go? And there's that mirror again. This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
The wizard feels small and distant as you approached. Well, I'm not bones. I'm not bones and flesh and tissue anymore. You are nothing at all. Eh? My hands. My mouse. It's different. Over here. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You're If you refocus your gaze, then you see a figure faint and veiled in the shadow, just beyond the reflection. Right here. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
The narrator? The narrator? The crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. Then another crack forms, another and another, turning the mirror to jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me.
Or are you a part of me, or are you something else? You're the one who wanted to save me, the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Every time I ask you something, it's like, are you... You said she contains death. What is she? Why would you want to get rid of the world of death? Why would you want to get rid of the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Every time I ask you something, it's like, oh, no. Are you a part of me, or are you something else?
I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point, I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
So if you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
So that's why the narrator always has it's always gonna be. No, it can't be the good. Come on. So that's why, when it comes to the narrator, he doesn't exactly remember things, but despite he sounds like very familiar. Well, it sounds like he knows, but then not really. Versions of you. You said that before, so I was really meeting different yous.
You were, and it was by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Yeah. Wait, you mean it's gonna be different now? So you knew about Logan so many times I met you. You don't even know the possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works.
Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
If you made me, then what am I? What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
So... I'm supposed to kill her, then. If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is that existence of any better than death, or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this big one.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
2 more questions. After everything you've done to us, you think anyone deserves to live? Every time I ask you something, no. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her, can't I just will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
Death of an Arthur. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
You see yourself with newfound clarity. You are the long quiet. You are the long quiet, a vast omniscient God, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
And the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two.
That's breaking the fourth wall, but
they gave
okay.
you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me? If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always gonna become this, then what is the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked in on all of them, would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, you still have who you started with. A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that feel it.
Even when you reduced me to nothing, you could not rid yourself from me, but I was able to rid myself from you. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about. Argue you're independent. You act as if the world can exist without you, but I existed without you. Wait, hold up. Hold on. There has to be a right answer to this. There has to be. Think. Address this vessel statement directly. I am not my body, but I feel my body suffer. I am not my body, but perhaps others are theirs. I don't fear death, not anymore. What am I if I'm not a body?
You are you.
Eh?
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you found me, and we chose to trust each other for no reason than the sake of believing in something that wasn't us. Shared skepticism blossomed into freedom, but we needed to walk a path together to bloom. Would you stop our journey now that you've seen its beginning? What of those in the worlds beyond? Would you erase their paths to stop them from going astray?
Address the vessel statement directly. This path is just a matter. I don't want to keep anyone still. What does the path matter if it always ends?
And that is what I want too. To protect them from the horrors of an eternity without me.
There is no beginning, there is no end, and there is no end. There is only the flood of bodies. Every moment you hold every possible once, and then you hold them all again. But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
I saw every version of us across reality, and not every reality had you drawing breath. Even then, I went on. The world doesn't need you. Address again. To be everything at once is the same as being nothing at all. Why wouldn't either of us want that? To contain everything is to contain every evil alongside every good. Can we not shed the confines of our old self and create? I couldn't understand you then, but I think you seem to be in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you, but it was the only thing I could do.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them open. Your liver takes a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
You speak about life and death and changes stagnation. Well, okay, hold on. Now what? I won't engage in violence. Shit. That feeling never left me.
Then there's no need for you to fight, but we are. Whenever you're ready, we can leave together. Hand in loving hand.
I won't leave with you, not until you see things from my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world. Nerves, laid upon a web of nerves, laid upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you. Even more than either of us know each other now, and you chose to pull apart that weave. But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle?
Argue your independence. I'm just gonna argue for my independence.
Have we? Or is what you think of as independence merely an illusion? Without me, you can have no contrast. And without contrast, you have no shape.
The clash between you abates and you begin to shake your will, rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I never wanted to fight, but how do we leave? I can't let this happen. I can't let everything die. I was told there was enough of you and me to preserve meaning in existence. I'm going to trust that's true. You are cruelty itself, and I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Hey! It's the voice of Hero. You have no idea how good it is to hear you!
It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
What? Huh? Eh?
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
I like that for old time's sake. I like that for old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Alright, take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
What's that knife for? Have you changed your mind? Are you going to kill me? What if we just talk for a bit? Maybe we can figure this out.
Yeah, no chains. There's time to talk, so let's sit. I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this. I don't want to have to slay you, but I don't want the other options. I'm sure there are.
Then maybe you don't have to kill me. Maybe there never even has to be an ending. I'm able to do the things you believe me to be able to do. So make me put it all back. Help me fix the Echo's construct and make us both forget.
What?
Help me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up, before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Would reciting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, then they don't continue to die and suffer. I don't want to forget you. No, no, no. If we're going to... I don't want to forget you.
I don't want to forget you either. But unless we do this, you'll have to choose, right now, between me and everyone else.
Would reciting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, then don't they continue to die and suffer?
If you can believe this helps them, then it will help them, right?
Is there any other way?
I think you brought that knife down here for a reason. It has to be a part of how this ends.
Are we going to find ourselves back here eventually?
And when we do, we'll make the same choice. We'll choose to forget, and we'll reset everything, again.
You know, that doesn't sound great. If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
Maybe we have done all of this before. Maybe we're supposed to do this forever.
How do you even know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything? No, hold on. I should not warp my perspective of her. I should not do that. This right here is me getting too emotional. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Or, yep, fine. I'm gonna be emotional.
None of that will happen, because you'll still be you, and I'll still be me.
But how do you know that? We have to decide to do this every time, forever. Eventually something's gonna be different.
I know, because it doesn't matter how many times we've hurt each other. I've never stopped caring about you. And if you feel the same, then everything is going to be okay.
You're making this difficult. It's either I repeat the cycle or I end it all. Or...
But you won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
I'm sorry, too.
Wait, what? Wait, hold up. Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? You guys okay? Like, I got the notification that Obi is disconnected. Are you guys okay? Alright. Yes? Crystal clear, you good? Okay. Okay. I chose to say I'm sorry. I'm gonna slay the princess.
So this is what it feels like to actually die. I think this is for the best. I don't know what the world will be like without me. But it can't be that bad if it still has you in it. I've always loved you. Don't forget me.
You blink and the princess is gone. All you left is her is a small melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. The terror was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carried a part of what should have be you. Things won't be now as they were then, but they aren't nothing either.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal?
Metaphor.
Doesn't matter. We don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
The stairs. Then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path of the woods outside are empty are an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, the world free from death. Body of ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in lips you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning in the cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construction pressing on you, confirming you cross infinite sides of infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, a unyielding tension gives away. And then the shattering, you are free. And before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality, a new absolute reality, the one forged by your will and by a long and odorous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. There will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? And all of us are still here.
I knew we'd finally see it through.
Oh.
All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. Whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him? I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable.
Smitten is not exactly happy, but okay.
Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. Here, here, to our vanquished foe.
It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
Slay the princess. Wait, that's it? Well, I'm assuming I got the true ending, right? Is this the true ending? I think. And finally, special thanks. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. Wait, what? Oh, hold on. So I got the true ending then. You also unlock the gallery. You can exit from the main menu, get on the members tab, and blah 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 blah. Happy hunting. What a way to advertise himself. Okay, so there's a lot of vessels I haven't encountered yet, or a good handful of them. The Fury, the Adversary, the Beast, the Stranger, Prisoner, the Damsel. I would say my favorite is the Damsel. But the achievement? Let's see, where is it? Wait. Right here, where is it? Our song, finish the game, the good ending doesn't count. So, I did finish the game. So I got triumph over the scorned adversary. That is something rare apparently. Okay. So there's obviously more paths, but well, I think it's the true ending. I slay the princess, right? Unless I accept her become a god, I guess. Like, die pathetically to an avarice. So die from the prisoner. Just kill her. Lock your fears away. She isn't armed, isn't she? Betray her before she can betray you. You don't need the world for your happy ending. There are many reasons a spirit may linger, the flames of the passion. You've seen the worst sights of the prison in the world can offer. You can always choose one, walk away empty-handed. Sometimes the only way to break the vicious cycle is to put your heart on the line. Kill your worst dreams, or be killed by the ghost of your past. Sometimes when you cut something out of you, the piece of you leaves with it. I'd say you got 2 vessels I don't see yet. What is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, I got 7 vessels. You know, I'll say this. I believe I'm pretty satisfied with the game. I love the princess, I would say. Or at least one side of her. Only one side of her particularly. Where is it? So there's definitely a, yeah, I stick with the lovey-dovey route, yes. But like obviously like if I took the knife it would have been different. And I chose to commit to the lovey-dovey route. And I'll say I'll love it. I love it for sure. Having the knife gives more options, yes. Meanwhile, I'm the idiot that says like, you know, 3 or 4 times like, I don't need the knife. I could just talk her down, probably. But yeah. I feel like more things could have happened, but oh well. Which one did you not like then from the vessels you got? I will say the Beast. I did not like how scary she became. I really did not like it. Especially that was my first vessel that I encountered. Like Jesus Christ, I did not like it at all. It's creepy. Like I guess I would say in the combination of the Beast and the Wild, I just did not like it, or not specifically. I just did not. It just really creeped me out. That's it. I did not like the Beast. I don't like the Beast in the Wild. It's just because it creeped me out the most. That's pretty much it. All right. Yeah. I did not like. Yeah. All right. Find the tower. Find the nightmare. Find the specter. Find the razor. Find the witch. Find the beast. Oh, it means find. It's the path to where she becomes. I thought you said she wasn't armed. Get her to break her own chains. Always leave a means of easy grip. Everything would be easy if you would just do exactly as safely as you can. Alright. Yes. Yes. Deltarune Snowgrave Routwind. I don't know. Well, hold on, but that's in chapter 4 or chapter 3? Because I really don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go back, but then, like, at the same time, like, does the route still leads to where... I believe the route still leads to where I'm at Deltarune right now, right? Alright. I'm gonna... whatchamacallit. I guess I'll end it here. I would say. So, to close off the stream, without further ado, and I'll end it with this particular music as well. Whoever is watching, or was watching, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and a good night. Many hearts. Take care, and I hope you guys tune in next time. And also thank you for the Slay the Princess recommendation. I very much enjoyed this visual novel. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.